Hey guys, another week, another episode. Holy crap, this one was really fucking crazy. So, do not listen to this if you have not watched it. Obviously, spoilers are ahead. You wouldn't have clicked on this if you had known that, I hope, because it literally says episode, season 6, episode 2, review. So, here we go. Alright, I'm going to do this in a different way. I'm going to talk about each character and what happened with their storylines, which should get the point across of what happened this episode. Alright, first I'm going to review Enid. The episode basically starts off pretty strong, at least in my opinion, with Enid's past coming to light for all the fans who have been wondering about Carl's love, which I think was just to get the viewers ready so they weren't so shocked to find out that she was actually the bad guy. They figured if us viewers saw how rough her time was at the beginning of this whole thing, like seeing her parents get eaten right there in front of her, people would understand her role of kind of evil. I do believe that Enid was just playing the common troubled teenage girl role since she was Ron's girlfriend and stayed to herself, letting at least one person know she was normal so that he could kind of vouch for her with the rest of the group. Where is Enid and when will she come back? Could be the end of this season or even the next season, but unfortunately, Coral will have to wait. But honestly, who would want to kiss a chick that just ate a raw turtle? I mean, it wasn't just, but she ate a raw turtle with blood everywhere. She looked like a fucking walker herself. I mean, she literally not even try to cook it. You know, two sticks, rub them together, you know what happens. All right, next, Maggie and Deanna. Maggie keeps trying to get through to Deanna, who is truly a hopeless case. She isn't very useful to Rick's group, but I've got to give Maggie some credit for trying. The fact that Deanna didn't have the guts to help her community only shows that Rick is even more in charge than anyone in there thinks. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna know when he comes back. It also showed us viewers that she is basically giving him that title, which is totally fine with us. I mean, we've been used to it for 5 seasons, but last season, obviously, he didn't get to actually be the leader, so we actually miss him being in charge. When Rick isn't in charge, he clearly goes a little batshit crazy, so let's get him back in charge. I continue to hold true to my belief that Maggie is pregnant, but of course, we won't find that out yet for at least the next couple episodes, if not until the final episode or even next season. I don't know when they would say something like that. It'll be a shocking moment, probably finale kind of thing. All right, Tara, Eugene, and the doctor. I apologize for forgetting the doctor's name. I don't remember it, but you'll all know who I'm talking about if I refer to her as the new doctor, right? All right. Tara finally got some screen time after being in a ridiculous coma for so long, and it was pretty refreshing that she's back. Her character has a sense of innocence still. That makes me feel pretty comfortable when I'm watching the show, anyways, and I don't panic because I figure, okay, nothing crazy is going to happen, and yet it still did. She showed her strength with the doctor when the doctor wasn't having the whole saving a person's life situation, which took some guts, but we haven't really seen that, so I'm enjoying this, getting to know Tara. Hopefully, they continue to develop Tara's character because we haven't seen near enough of where she came from or who she is behind the mask, since clearly every character has a mask in this show. They were someone before this happened, right? Alright. Eugene, on the other hand, continues to be the same Eugene, cracking jokes, but oddly having his awesome moments. He's kind of creeping into top 10 for me, I guess. I guess there's only 10 characters, but I'm just kidding. He's cool though. But like convincing the doctor not to be a coward, basically he was admitting he was one, which is pretty cool. At least he understands the fact that he screwed up and he's trying to help other people not be like him. Um, Even though he clearly is into Tara, I'm predicting something between the Doc and Tara instead. I don't know why I got these vibes, but alright, you guys can tell me what you think about that. Alright, Jesse. Oh, man. The moment we have been waiting for, Jesse to go from zero to Rick real quick. When it comes to moms and their kids, basically, clearly Jesse has the instincts because that woman, the wolf, did not stand a freaking chance. This was a big moment for Jessie, and she definitely has the common sense for the apocalypse, which is pretty cool because they haven't been outside the walls. You have to remember that. For example, when Ron yelled out to her, she didn't answer him when they were in the closet, and Ron yelled, "Mom!" She did not answer. Instead, she got out of the closet, kept her other kids safe as she went down to look for Ron quietly. When she got downstairs, she noticed that Ron was outside. She already knew someone was in the house, so she yelled for him to stay out there risking her own life to make sure he was okay. Clearly, she is a leader, and I'm excited to see the development of her because she thinks things through, which is really needed. And hopefully, it'll obviously help her not get killed. Also, a huge nod to my childhood. If you haven't seen She's the Man, it is a must-see. Awesome. Monique! Yes! Alright. Carl. Oh, man. This poor kid. Alright. He cannot catch a break. First, he has to kill his mom. Then, when chaos breaks loose, at least in this episode, he has to watch Judith. What kind of a job is that? He's trying to be a badass. He's trying to show his manliness, and he has to watch his baby sister. But now, his girlfriend got them made by the wolves. She marked the houses, and hopefully we find out what each letter meant as she marked the houses with. But let's get back to Coral. Mr. Coral! Alright. He still didn't realize that she was bad. She made it so freaking obvious. It was so hard to miss that I think maybe he figured it out but didn't want to hear it because he kept cutting her off, if anyone noticed. I think he just didn't want to hear it. He didn't want it to be true because he obviously fell for her and he's probably feeling pretty dumb. But, they had chemistry clearly. So, fortunately, she has fallen for him too, which could be a good thing. It also could be a good sign to her coming back to the show, which is a must so that Carl can have a love interest, because obviously in the comic books it's a must as well. And if I had read that note that she left at the end, my response literally would have been, no shit, Sherlock. Who the fuck wouldn't survive in an apocalyptic world? Come on. It's everyone's thought on their mind is, we have to survive. Okay, you don't have to write a note on it. Just waste time. Alright. What we've all been waiting for. Carol. Obviously, there's no more cookies in Alexandria. This woman is done with that little persona of child. Ooh, yeah, oh my god, cookies and shit and flowers and god, no. She owned an hour of television. For real, owned it. If it was possible for anyone to have reached a level of fan base that Daryl and Rick have, I believe Carol just did that in an episode in an hour. She kind of had us going all the way, and now this episode, she just blew it away. She's probably one of my favorite characters right now, top 3, okay? She does all the right things at every moment of the show. Sure, it may not be right in what, this world thinks, but it's what us viewers were thinking should be done, and especially in a world like that. I was probably more surprised than Morgan when a wolf killed a wolf and then ended up being Carol, because I watched this show thinking these characters are dumb in their decisions. It's basically rang true until now, because Carol is a genius, and honestly, Jesse kind of beat that also. But Carol has slowly and steadily become one of my favorite characters, and as a fun fact that Greg Nicotero and Melissa Ponzio confirmed to me personally at Walker Stalker Con, Daryl cannot be killed off the show, and won't be. I believe that Carol can't be either now. I really do. If I were to ask Greg Nicotero, hey, Carol, you can't kill her off, I don't know if he'd necessarily tell me that, because that would be a huge heartbreak and a huge, awful episode. So they might use that card since they cannot kill Daryl off. That's already been completely said and confirmed by them themselves. I heard it with my own ears from their mouths. Boom. Alright. Anyway, she's become this character, Carol I'm talking about, that Rick's group would seriously suffer without, so kudos to her and keep it up, because honestly, I think Rick might have some trouble with her being so aggressive and making decisions like this, but honestly, I feel like they're cut from the same cloth, so it works. Alright, that's basically it. It's really hard to keep these short because there's so much to talk about, but alright, that's it for this review. Let me know what you think. Comment below, subscribe, do whatever you want. Follow me on Instagram at allwalkingdeadart to see some pretty cool stuff by our own fans. They're really talented people. Alright, and I'm gonna shout out Natalie, who's an incredible artist. My god, go look at her account. I will tag her in the review post because you have to go check her out. So go check out my post about this review on Instagram, and yeah, you'll see her amazing work. Alright, see you guys next week. Bye.